That was a little laid back, not my fault, because I was laid back when I asked it. And I feel like if I expect to feed off y'all's energy, you guys expect to feed off of my energy, so here we go. You guys ready for the contest to get started? That's much better. All right, then ladies and gentlemen, please go up for your first contestant this evening. Go, Mr. Forrest Scott.
So my older sister just had a baby, and that baby's name is Avery, and Avery is a beautiful baby, okay? That's what I always say whenever anybody asks me, like, how's Avery doing? I say, she's a beautiful baby. The other day I was at work, and one of my older sister's friends came in, and I was like, oh, hey, man, like, how are you? How's everything been? He's like, oh, I'm great. How are you? How's Avery, huh? What a beautiful baby. So he stole my line, and I don't have a backup plan. So I was like, yeah, she's so hot. Oh, oh boy. I haven't seen her in like 5 months. I've been thinking about what I like about women recently, and I think what I really like is I like women with really pretty hair. And I know it's like really weird and specific, but even more weird and more specific than that, I like women with really pretty smelling hair. And I think it's because I masturbate so much in the shower. I've like conditioned my body to be turned on by the smell of conditioner. It's a really weird science experiment I've been doing recently. I think I figured out the perfect equation to describe how lonely I am. For every time that I brush my teeth, I masturbate twice. That's true. It's like perfect clockwork or cockwork. Hey-o! I'm ashamed of that one. I'm still in school, and that is astounding to me. I'm like the worst student that I've ever met. Like, when I was in high school, one of my friends dropped out of school, and I used to cheat off of that guy in algebra. I can't believe it. I was very sad. But I'm taking a chemistry class now, and I took it like a year ago. And predictably, that was going really bad. So I had to get a certain grade on the final where I had to take chemistry again. So I studied really hard. Like I locked myself in like a room for 4 days, like 3 Adderall a day. Like if my life was a movie, that study montage would have been like 5 minutes. That's how long it was. So after I took the test, I was still like, oh, I don't know if that went okay. I was still really concerned about it. And then the next day, the professor came in like angry, like, class, these tests were so bad, that I had to give everybody a 50-point curve out of 100. I was like, that's great. But then I got the test back, and I still got an F, which, and a lot of it was multiple choice. Which means that if I just showed up and just like didn't read any of the questions and turned it in, I would have done better. I'm dumber than random. And a literate person could have beaten me at chemistry. That's crazy. I'm a little bit in a weird mood. About a week or so ago, my psychiatrist broke up with me. We weren't like dating, like we had a professional relationship, and at the end of it, she's like, I think we should start seeing other people. But that sucks because she's like a doctor, you know? And there's only 2 scenarios where a doctor can just stop seeing a patient. And the first one is if they cured them, and it's definitely not that one. I don't think she was flipping through my chart like, well, I see you haven't cried about outer space in 10 days, guess we're done here. That's unlikely. The other scenario, though, is if there's nothing more they can do. So it's like I have a malignant tumor on my personality. But I say break up like as a joke. You know, I've had girls break up with me before, and that is not as bad as a psychiatrist breaking up with you because there's way more women in the world than there are psychiatrists. I think it's way easier to find a woman than to find a psychiatrist who takes your insurance. You know, I've never like gone out drinking and then blacked out and then like woken up on a psychiatrist's couch. Like, oh my God, what happened? Did we work things out for hours? Like, how did I do? Was it fun for you? You know, that's never happened. I've never been watching TV at like 2:30 and like one of those commercials with the girl with the sexy voice comes on like, hey Dad, what are you doing tonight? Why don't you give one of our girls a call if you're having anxiety about outer space again? Seems like it'd be a pretty small market. I don't think that's gonna happen for a while. I've never like gotten home after a long day of work and like crawled into bed and taken off all my clothes and flipped open my laptop and watched videos of an 18-year-old amateur psychiatrist. The helping like dozens and dozens of dudes. Like, she's gonna help that guy and that guy? Like, how much advice and Xanax does she have? I just want to go on record and say that is the 4th masturbation joke in an 8-minute set. I'm pretty proud of that. I was looking into zodiac signs and all that nonsense the other day. This girl was walking me through it, and it's actually kind of cool if you learn about it. She was like, all right, Forrest, so you were born in August, which means that you're a Leo. And I was like, I like the sound of that. You know, like Leonidas or like Leonardo DiCaprio. That sounds cool. Like, what are Leos like? And she's like, well, people are drawn to your leadership ability. And I was like, I knew it. I've been wasting my entire life being quiet and weird. I could have been a leader this entire time. That was my destiny. What's the sign of a Leo? And it's a lion. I was like, hell yeah, king of the jungle, baby. That is fantastic. Woo! Well, I didn't realize, and what has since been explained to me, is that zodiac signs aren't aligned by the month. So, like, Leos aren't just in August. Leos are July 23rd to August 22nd, and I was born on August 26th. So, I'm not a Leo at all. I'm a Virgo. Which to me sounds like Spanish for virgin. Like, so I was trying to like, oh, maybe it's okay. Like, what are Virgos like? Like, oh, they're quiet thinkers. I'm like, son of a bitch. I've been living my destiny this entire. Like, there was no wasted potential. Like, and then I thought I bottomed out, and I was like, what's the sign of a Virgo? And it's a lady in a dress. I went from being a lion to being a lady in a dress. Like, 1 minute you're king of the jungle, the next minute you're a cross-dresser. Like, I gotta go. I'm forced out.